Okay, dokie, you guys, here I'm just gonna explain about how to compare between numbers and then find the maximum number. I always, when I try to code, it's easy for me to draw, and then from the draw and just I create whatever that I can understand, and then I jump to the coding. This is the easy way to do it. So what I came up with is, so let's say that we have four numbers. Okay, and each number has, of course, a value. So we have A, we'll say that's maybe equal to the 5. We have B that's equal to the 6. We have C that's equal to 1. And we have D that's equal to, for example, 0. In order to compare these four numbers, we have to have a box in order to compare with them. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a box, and I'm going to call that box max. Now look at this. Put in mind, always when you want to compare numbers, you will compare that box first. You will start from the top to down. So what we have in the top, we have A. So what we will do here, we will say, okay, we're gonna make the max will be equal to A, and then we will start compare. So we already have done this first one. We will jump to the second one. What we will say here, we will start comparing now. We will say if B bigger than the max, what does that mean? That means if B, which is equal to 6, is it bigger than the max? Max, we know it's A, which is what here? It's 5. Is it bigger than the 5? We have two options only. Either we have yes or we have no. If no, always no action necessary. We're not going to do any actions. So if yes, what we will do is we will make the max equal to that value, which is equal to the 6, which equal to the B will be B here, which is 6. Now the max was 5, correct? The first thing. And then we will just cross on this. It's not going to work anymore. And then we have a new value for the max. Now the max is equal to the 6. The box is equal to the 6. We have done this. Cross it. Cross this. We have done this. We're going to jump to the C now. Now we're going to say, is C bigger than the max? What is the value of C? The value of C is 1. Is it bigger than the max? What is the max here? The max that we have in here is not 5 anymore. It's 6. Again, we have two options. Either yes or either no. If yes, we have to do something. If no, then we will ignore. So it's yes, it's no. We do not do anything in here. Just make this smaller a little bit. Okay. Now, we just finished with the C. We're going to jump to the D. We're going to say D, is D bigger than the max? What does that mean? What is the value of the D? The D is 0. Is it bigger than the max? What is the value of the max? Is 6. Again, we have two options, either yes or either no. If yes, we have to do something. If no, then we will ignore. So it's no. And then we finish with that. Now, what do you think? What is the max number as? As we see here, that the max number is ended up to be 6, which we got the maximum number of those four numbers. Great. That's how it works. Now, let's just go ahead and try to program it really quickly in here. So I will say that include, right here, that's really helpful that it comes up with no issues. Then we have main, then we have void, and then that main function will always return to 0, of course. Okay. So how many values do we have here? We have 4 values, A, B, and C, and D. So we'll say int. We're going to say A. will be equal to what we said, 5. B, that's gonna be comma, and then we're gonna say B equal to 6, and then we're gonna say C equal to 1. I think I remember that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just have to my phone in here. Okay, and then we have D that will be equal to 0, and then the last thing that we will create here is the box, our box, and then we have maximum, the max. Okay, and then what we said is we will take the first value, which is the A. We will compare with A. We will say that the max, the first thing, will be equal to the A, and then we will start compare. We will say if what we finished with the A, right? We're gonna jump to the B, and then we're gonna say if B bigger than the max, what's gonna happen? Make it easy for you, because if that is true, then it will print it. We'll print it out. We'll take the volume of it. So what we will say in here, max will be equal to the B. So it will take it. If it's no, it did not go, then we're gonna say another compare here. And then we'll say if C is bigger than the max, then the max will be equal to the C. If not, then we're gonna do another compare, and then we're gonna say if we have D here, right? D is bigger than the max, then the max is equal to D. Okay, perfect. And we have done all of that, and then in the end we will say that okay, just go ahead and just print for me. That's gonna be printf, right? And then print, we'll say the max number as, then we're gonna take the number, and then in the end it will just print the max, and then here we go. Okay, let's just go ahead and run this and see what's gonna happen. Now let's just make a space here to make it easier, good for us. Okay, so now what should print in here? It should print the number 6. Let's just go ahead and try. And then that did not do anything. It's wrong. Why? Because see what I have done in here, that was not right. Just be bigger in here, and then let's just go ahead and run it again, and then here we go. So the biggest number is 6. This is very easy. The second video that I'm gonna do is how to make it an array, because this is a really basic thing. This is like a no coders will just go through, because we actually here take a lot of the memory because we created many values here. So in order to make it smaller for the memory, we can create an array, and it's very easy to use it in the array. In order to understand the array, you will have to understand this first. Okie dokie, bye-bye now.